Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel GH247 News. Wherever you are around the globe, especially you that is in the diaspora or you are still on the African continent, you are in Ghana. This news, look, this is political. Yes, this is political. A win for Dr. Bawumia in yesterday's NPP flag bearership race. A win for Dr. Bawumia, former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, contesting to lead the party, his party once again, into the next election in 2028. Ladies and gentlemen, they've lost heavily in the last election, 2024 December. His party, New Patriotic Party, they lost heavily under his leadership. They lost heavily to the current government in the last election, 2024. Now, they decided to have an early election to elect a new flag bearer that will take them into the next election in 2028. Ladies and gentlemen, you ask yourself, why would they start so soon? The election was held in December 7, 2024. From December 7, 2024 to December 7, 2025, 1 year that the new administration, President John Dramani Mahama's administration was in power for only 1 year. And just after that, 1 year after that, the opposition party, who just left power 1 year ago, decided to hold their own election, internal election, to elect another flag bearer. With 3 years to go into the next general elections. Ladies and gentlemen, well, you ask yourself, why Dr. Bawumia? This is a man that lost or that won the internal primary in 2023 to lead his party. Yet he failed to lead his party to victory in the general election. He won internal election in 2023, 61%. In that internal election in 2023, he won it with 61% internally within his party. New Patriotic Party, NPP, he won 61% of the votes. That was how come that he was allowed, or he was given a nod to lead the party into the general election in 2024. Now, in 2024, he lost massively in the general election. Someone who won internal election 61% in 2023, leading his party into the main election, general election, by losing massively, losing embarrassingly. Ladies and gentlemen, the same man has been re-elected yesterday to lead his party again into the election 2028. A win, all right, but a climb down from 61% in 2023 to 56%. A man that won 61% in the year 2023 in the internal election has now won 56% in yesterday's election internally. How then do you expect that man to come back and win the general election? If he could not even increase the percentage, I would have expected that he would climb up to maybe 70%, 80%. Then only he can compete in the general election. But now he climbed down, or he dropped down to 56%. Could it reflect in the main election in 2028? Yes, it's very possible. Yes, it's not just possible, it will be a massive defeat. Very embarrassing one. Trust me, because I know my party, the NDC. We are in government. We hold them. We are carrying the nations along right now. We know Bawumia, the Bawulair, they are presenting him again. NDC, folks, you have nothing to be worried about. Dr. Bawumia, welcome. Let's get started. What is Bawumia going to campaign on? If so, at the time that he had 61%, now he's having 56%. You had 61% internally, and in the general election, you had 38%. 38.2%, or I hear some say it's 41% or whatever. In 2028, you are going to be getting 28%. You are going to be getting 28%. Take it from me, because it's going to be massively embarrassing. Oh, yes. You see, when Musa Dankwa predicted 56%, many people doubted him, including Bawumia fans. Initial polls that were coming, the so-called Bawumia fans, Dr. Bawumia's fans, were like, oh, he's an NDC man. Musa Dankwa is an NDC man. He predicted the election for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to win. And, oh, he's a lotto forecaster. Before the election, when he predicted 57% of the votes will be going to Dr. Bawumia, all of a sudden, Dr. Bawumia's fans are now like, oh yes, Musa Dankwa predicted that we're going to be winning 57%. And truly, Dr. Bawumia won by 56%. This man is a goat of posters. Give him his flowers. Just look at it. This is what he predicted. This is what he predicted. That Dr. Bawumia will win 57%, and he won 56%. Followed by Kennedy Ohinajepong. And ladies and gentlemen, you see, when it comes to Mr. Jepong, Mr. Kennedy Ohinajepong, please come and join us. NDC folks, let's welcome Mr. Kennedy Ohinajepong to our... Listen, Ken, come to us. They rejected you twice. Come to NDC. Join us. Join us. You see, we've given what's his name? Alan Cash. Mama has given Alan Cash a post, right? To head, to be the secretary of AU for him. As Mama now is the chairman of the AU, African Union, right? Yeah, he made Alan Cash the secretary general. Guys, Kennedy, join NDC. Bring your fans, bring your supporters. Let them come to join NDC. That is where you belong. Your people rejected you twice. And right now, they don't trust you, and they will never trust you. They don't trust you, and they will never trust you. Bawumia and his folks will never trust you. Leave them. Join us. Let's put hands together. The reality of the matter is that no matter who NDC presents in 2027, no matter who we present in 2027, the NPP will never stand us. You see, Bawumia's situation right now, I pity him. Honestly, Bawumia, I pity him. Because I know exactly how it's going to pan out in 2027 election, 2028 election. I know how it's going to pan out. Bawumia can never win the next election. And if he loses, his political career is over. Bawumia dropped from 61% or 63% in 2024 to 56% to secure the NPP flag bearership position. Now, this clearly shows that nearly half of the party does not see him as a preferred or ideal candidate. The NPP settled on Bawumia not because he's the most astute or credible individual to lead a party, but because he is perceived as the most marketable option available. Ghana's political history has taught us that for a candidate to win a general election, they typically need between 70% to 80% endorsement from his own party. Bawumia securing just about half of the votes, or just a little about half of the votes, suggests that a significant portion of the party, NPP, doubts his ability to win the 2028 election, especially given his role as a key member of the Akufo-Addo government and presided over the worst economic crisis ever in Ghana's history. Listen, what exactly is Bawumia going to campaign on? What exactly is Bawumia going to campaign on? Considering that he has distanced himself from the battered legacy of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government, avoids talking about the economy totally, and is nationally viewed as not trustworthy enough to lead Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, Now, Bawumia reserves the minor. His glasses, his stark in appearance, and overall style does not project the charisma required to galvanize his struggling party, let alone convince the broader Ghanaian electorate to vote in his favor. How is he going to do it? Ideally, Bawumia should have remained a lecturer, technocrat, or economic advisor. While he has ideas, he appears to lack the political capacity to implement them. Bawumia cannot escape the shackles of the economy, which he claimed in 2016, to have the keys unlocked, promising growth and a Ghana beyond aid. You see, the recent economic reforms or performance under the current government, NDC, even within a short period, has dealt a heavy blow to the credibility and undermined his reputation as a seasoned economist. One who seems strong in theory, but weak, very weak in practice. Ladies and gentlemen, what message would Bawumia have for the electorate come 2028? What message? Will Bawumia abandon the campaign on the economy and focus solely on digitalization like he did in 2024? Time will tell whether the so-called economic avatar has answers for 2028. A vote for Bawumia is a vote for Nana Addo. A vote for Bawumia is a vote for Nana Addo 2.0. Look before you leap. This is a very good write-up from Bongo Ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, now, I want to conclude. Dear Kennedy Ajipon, go where you are celebrated and tolerated. The executives are not neutral. Your party executives, NPP executives, they are not neutral. Just like Alan did, leave the party for them. NDC, we are willing and ready to welcome you and to accept you. This election, let me be honest with you. Kennedy, you won this election hands down. But the people, especially the executives, they manipulated it. They manipulated it. Just have that in mind. And that is why I am advising you. Come to us. Kennedy will not leave the party, I know. And I'm sure Bawumia will not win the 2028 election either. I am 100% more than sure Bawumia will not win the 2028 elections. Maybe Kennedy Ajipon will be waiting again to come back again 2029. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, NPP delegates have decided. We Ghanaians, we will also decide. We rejected him in 2024 and we will reject him again in 2028. Ladies and gentlemen, what else it is? As for my family, the NDC family, we are building a solid foundation for the future for Ghanaians. What we are doing right now is unprecedented. And Ghanaians are happy, they are celebrating it. What message do you people have, NPP? What message? As it is right now, if you want to talk about the economy, there's nothing to say there. Fuel prices dropped drastically. Dollar moved from 17 cedis to 10 cedis. Inflation record single digit. Free senior high school ongoing and is better, well improved. Free food is well improved in schools. Our children now are eating healthy food in schools. Zero corruption scandal, which of course, that is what they are all looking out for. They are looking for the minute scandalous news to pounce upon, but they are not getting it. What is Dr. Bawumia coming to tell Ghanaians in 2028? I ask you. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Remember, this is GH247 News Channel. Dr. Bawumia leads NPP again. the Bawulair, the liar that we know, the man who cannot stand by his words. Mufasti Anumami, you cannot drive. Which car? Whose car? Okay, you have the car, we have the seat. Like my honorable chairman, Mosquito,